Hello, happy Sunday to every one of you listening to me now. We joined 2 minutes behind schedule, when it comes to technical issues, one or two things sometimes will tend to misbehave. Welcome to this week's edition of our weekly gathering of the home heroes. Someone may be asking, who are the home heroes? The home heroes are the parents in the Parents Academy. We just started cohort 2.0. Yeah, we started this month of July, making it the second cohort. The first cohort ended in June. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, say hello. Let me know that you can hear me. Okay, if you are just new on this channel, you need to subscribe so that you always get notifications whenever we have new things coming up. If you are yet to subscribe, please do that, like this video and share to any parent you know who may need it. So today on this edition of the webinar is a free webinar. We do this every Sunday by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Today we want to talk about things I wish I knew earlier. Like I said, this is a gathering of the home heroes, the parents in the Parents Academy, but we leave it open for other parents to equally join, learn one or two things from what we are doing. Okay, we are not selfish. Then, if you want to be a home hero, it's not expensive. We have two types of subscription. We have our monthly subscription, which is just 5,000 naira only per month. We equally have our 6 months subscription, which is 30,000 naira only. So for the monthly subscription, we open up 29th of every month. It will be open till 5th of the next month. Like this July, we're opening up on 29th of July, then we will close it 5th of August. So if you want to join us, you can pay now, be on the waiting list. From 29th, we open our doors again, enroll you, and you join us. But 5th of next month, we'll close and open again 29th of that next month. Do you understand? Then, but if you pay for 6 months, you just roll on with us. All right. Details on how to become a home hero is in the description of this video. All right, let's roll. Things I wish I knew earlier. I'm going to share my slides. Oh, that reminds me, for some time now, I've always had a guest on this show, but today I'm going to be home alone. Yeah, I started alone. Yeah, so because we are in a new cohort, I will be alone. All right, let's roll. The Parenting Journey, Things I Wish I Knew Earlier by Mma Okoye. Yeah, I am a trained guidance counselor, a member, Counseling Association of Nigeria, an early childhood educator, a seasoned parenting coach, and the founder, the Parents Academy, the founder, the Global Initiative for Proper Parenting. Please, if you can hear me, indicate in the comment section. Let me know that you can hear me, okay? All right, let's go. Um, okay, I said the things I wish I knew earlier. Like my guest said, the last guest I had on this show, like she said, none of us we are prepared for what we are seeing as parents. We didn't prepare for this. We didn't know um, the things we are going to see. We are only prepared for marriage and all of that. Nobody prepared us for parenting. So it's kind of overwhelming, difficult, and all of that. And when we were growing, I mean the millennial parents, when we were growing, the social media was not there, the exposure was not there. We were like, it was a controlled system where you get to a certain stage before you get to know certain things or see certain things, unlike now when everything is out there put up in the public for the consumption of everybody. So is quite challenging. Now, the technology has made the world a global village for all of us. So even our children, the things you may want your children not to know until that child gets to a certain age, you will now be forced to start telling the child all of those things, because even if you say, I'll not buy phone for my child, believe you me, all the things happening on the social media that your child will know is. So raising children in this time and age is quite challenging. We were not prepared for it. We didn't get any manual. We didn't get platforms like this where we could scroll through YouTube and see some of these things and learn them. So it was quite challenging. So when I say things I wish I knew earlier, I have a basket of things I wish I knew earlier. But I wouldn't bore you with my own story. Let's get professional here, for the sake of new parents, upcoming parents. In fact, if you are still, maybe you are pregnant now, you are newly wedded, you are just having one or two children, just thank your God you are able to come across this type of video, because some of the mistakes we made, you will not be making them because you have everything uh, at your fingertips. So today we are going to talk about real talk for moms and dads. Welcome to a heartfelt conversation for parents. Let's explore lessons, insights, and encouragement for the parenting journey. Okay, you go through that while I let me fix something. All right, sorry about that. I needed to fix some things. Okay, I said real talk for moms and dads. Welcome to a heartfelt conversation for parents. Let's explore lessons, insights, and encouragement for the parenting journey. Let's look at the next slide. So nobody starts out an expert. Even myself talking to you, when I started, maybe let me share my story. When I started, I was a chemical engineer when I started parenting. I wasn't an early childhood educator. I didn't know anything about all of this parenting. I had little knowledge from my mom. Luckily, I had a mom who was a child psychologist. She studied child psychology in the university level. She's a degree holder. So I learned one or two things from her, and that also formed basis for my own parenting. So I used that, and I was moving on. Like I said, I started like a chemical engineer. Then along the line, I've even given birth to four children before I now started my early childhood education. I started from year one. You can imagine schooling, birthing. No, then I've finished giving birth, but schooling, working, managing family, and all of that. So before I now learned I did my early childhood education. I started my parenting program on Radio Sapiencia. Because I was doing that parenting program, I now had to start going into different researches, because I even wrote my books on parenting. I started going to research to learn one or two things about proper upbringing of children. Now, that's to tell you that I did not start as an expert. From there, before I now did my master's degree on guidance counseling. So I didn't start as an expert. I learned on the job. So there are things I knew now that had it been I knew it earlier on, I would have applied it in my children, maybe to get things better. It's not as if they're bad, but at least I would have done more. But then if you are like me, or I'm even better than you, or you're better than me, there's no point blaming yourself, living in regret and all that. um our In Igbo adage, we always say Osita adewa ma ọ dịwara." That means if it starts getting better today, it's still okay. So now nobody started as an expert, because you may be looking at me. That's why I told my story. You may be looking at me, you be like, Mama, you are very lucky, you have all of this knowledge and all that. I did not start this way. I learned on the job. Okay, so parenting doesn't come with a manual, just trial and learning. So as you are trying, maybe you have your first child, as you are trying some of the things your first child did, in your second child, you'll be learning and all of that. And most times, the first children, I mean, the first child of the family, is usually the specimen for this experiment because they are trying and all of that. And then each of the children comes with their own unique identities, unique character, unique potentials, unique temperament, and all of that. So you may make this mistake of trying to judge the second child with the first one. You may make this mistake of using exactly the the system or parenting style you use for the first one for the second one. These were the things we were not told. We learned on the job. Now, I said there is no parenting manual. Each of these children come with their unique identities, unique potentials, unique temperament, and all of that. But none of them came with a manual and say, "Oh, mommy, daddy, this is the manual you will use to operate me and properly form me," and all of that. None of them came with that. So it's quite challenging. But then it's okay to feel overwhelmed and unsure as a parent. But don't worry, you are doing better than you think. Yes, believe me, you're doing better than you think. So the realization here is that confidence grows with each mistake. Don't despise them. Your ability to pick up from the mistakes is the best. So when you make that mistake in raising your child, maybe because of some of the things you learned on this channel, you now see that, oh, I made the mistake here. The only thing you need to do is that don't waste that mistake. I said, do not waste that mistake. Make sure you take a note, put down lessons from that mistake. That will make you a better you and a better parent. So don't, like I said, don't waste mistakes. So every mistake comes with a lesson which you should pick points from and pick your lessons from. So let's move to the next slide. The early years matter. The early years matter, but so does the long game. When a child is born, like I told them, I'm an early childhood educator. The first 5 years of every child is the foundation stage. That is the critical time. That's the time you will form, in fact, lay a solid foundation in the life of that child. That first 5 years of life is very, very crucial and important, both in terms of inculcating values in the child, nutrition, very important, nutrition, because that is the nutrition that will form the basis for the good health of the child. So immediately you are giving birth, in fact, during pregnancy, you should have your parenting goal. Like I said, these were the things we did not know, and I wish I knew. You're supposed to have your parenting goal. Set out your parenting goal. Your parenting goal should be that you are going to raise this child to become morally sound, responsible, useful, resourceful, be healthy all round, mental health, physical health, social health, emotional health, and biological health. So you need to write it down and say, this is my parenting goal. So when you have your parenting goal, the next thing you now say, how am I going to meet up with my parenting goal? What and what am I supposed to do to meet up with my parenting goal? I need to keep learning, to upgrade and update. For example, the things that we are invoked today, last 5 years, they were not here. The things that are invoked today, last 10 years, they were not here. That's the reason you need to keep learning and keep improving. And that's why the Parents Academy is here to guide you. So if you're say using the things you learned in 1997 and 2005, you may be putting a round hole in a square. You may be putting a round peg in a square hole. That is doing something that is off what you're supposed to do, and you may not come out successful and as in be productive and successful in your parenting. So when you have your parenting goal, you now state, how am I going to meet up with this goal? How do I break down my goal? That means you need to learn stage by stage developmental basis of your children: social development, cognitive development, physical development, spiritual development, psychological development. For stage birth to 5 years, what are the things I'm supposed to put in this child? 6 to 10 years, what are the things I'm supposed to put in this child? 11 to the preteen, 11, 12. What am I supposed to put? 13 to 19. Just like that. So you need to know the stage by stage appropriate way of parenting this child, what you're supposed to be giving that child for brain development, for cognitive development, for psychomotor skill, for emotive development. These are the things you're supposed to do for the child. Oh, am I speaking too much psychological term? Let me break it down a bit. Cognitive development has to do with intelligence of the child, ability to, you know what intelligence, intelligent quotient, let me not stress it much. Then psychomotor has to do with things the child does with the hands. Then emotive has to do with affection, emotive relationship with people. So there is stage by stage way of training, putting on all of these things into a child. So if you have your parenting goal, map out all this, you'll be able to parent intentionally. That's why the Parents Academy is there to guide you, to structure you, to form you, to train you, to coach you, to mentor you, so that you'll be able to achieve your parenting goal and at the end, raise a wholesome individual, both the boys and the girls. Raise kings, raise queens for the society. Now, like I said, the early years, I needed to stress it because it's the foundation of every child. For me, when my children were in the early years, I did not know this. And I say things I wish I knew earlier. I didn't know. I got to learn all of this is when they've crossed that early years. And we are now struggling, trying to put one or two together to meet up with the parenting goal, because I set my parenting goal when my children were over 5 years. So we are now struggling to meet up. But I say thank God, the point when I started this parenting thing and I was able to do a lot of things before they entered the adolescent stage. So that was a plus for me. Now, the next is don't stress about getting everything right. Like I said, all of these people whose children are already teenagers and all of that will be like, ma, eh, baby, oh, what is happening? Oh, where are we going to start from? Do you know where you start? Register and become a home hero in the Parents Academy, and you see that these things are going to be very easy for you. Okay, one of the benefits of being a home hero is that you are going to have unrestricted access to a professional guidance counselor. So you have a that privilege to chat me up, call me, and anytime without paying fees for counseling session. How cheap can that be? Do you know how much a counseling session is? Go and find out what a counseling session costs, and you come back and thank me later. So now, don't stress yourself and say, what am I going to do? My own is finished. No, your own is not finished. For the fact you are able to come across this video today, this teaching today, you can start today. Drop your question. My email address is in the description. So drop your question. You can write to us. If you have any concern, you can drop it in the comment section so that other parents can equally learn. Then my question is, did you know about all this? Did you have parenting goal before now, or you are going to start your parenting goal now? Drop it in the comment section. I want to read from you. Let me know those who started as a total novice for me, like me, or those who maybe had little knowledge about all of that. Drop it in the comment section. I said, did you have parenting goal? Were you following your parenting goal before now, or you did not know? You are hearing it for the first time? Drop it in the comment section. All right, the next is what your child needs most is consistency over time. So consistency is very important. What you do today, keep repeating. There's a way the brain works. What the brain consistently receives becomes a behavior, becomes a thought pattern for that brain. So you need to be consistent with your discipline. You need to be consistent with your punishment. You need to be consistent with inculcating values. Like I said, punishment. Some people will go and buy big cane. No, there are many ways we can punish them without using the cane, without using corporal punishment. So when you have your rules, you need to have clear rules already set out before as the child is growing. So there should be clear rules. Let the children know the do's and don'ts of the house and why these do's and don'ts are there. Why they should not do this and why they should not do that is very important. Now, Like I said, what your child needs most is consistency over time. Small daily deposits build strong lifelong bonds. I repeat, strong daily deposits build strong lifelong bonds. So daily deposit is very important. And what are you depositing? Can you tell me what you are depositing in the comment section? What are you depositing? Tell me in the comment section. We are talking about the values. The values. These are the things that will make your child resourceful, useful, productive. Let's look about discipline. Discipline is about teaching, not controlling. Most parents, once you think about discipline, the next thing they're thinking about how to overshadow these children, control them, make them to they must do this and they must do that. So discipline is about teaching. You teach that child how to talk, you teach that child how to manage time properly, you teach that child about how to discipline is about teaching, guiding, directing, not controlling. So by the time you have taught that child, the child will be internally motivated to do the right thing at the right time. And the child will do the right thing not because you said so, not to please you, rather because it is right to do the right thing. It's only when you've gotten it to that level, that's when you beat your chest and say, I have been successful. Now, um discipline is let's look at shift from punishment to guidance. Can we normalize shifting from punishment to guidance? Most times we tend to come out to punish when they misbehave without first of all guiding them, directing them, and telling them what they need to do. We just quickly start punishing. Meanwhile, you didn't set clear rule on what this child should know and what this child should do. So you set your clear rules, guide, direct. Then when the child defaults, that's when you can now punish. There's this difference between a misbehavior and a mistake. We should also know that when the child makes a mistake, correct. When there is a misbehavior, that's when you discipline. Your goal is to raise emotionally intelligent, self-aware kids, not to hurt that child and give that child all manner of wounds in the name of parenting or training. Then we also need to respond, don't just react. When your child is misbehaving, I told my parents in the Home Heroes, in the Parents Academy, the Home Heroes in the Parents Academy, I told them, when you are in the house, go around looking for whom to help. Your children need help. Your child is struggling with homework and your child is crying. The next thing, you flog that child, you beat that child. That child needs help. Your child is washing plates and the plate falls off, breaks. That child needs help, guidance on how to hold that plate properly, wash it. So have you had that time to teach them how to do all of that, or you want them to learn at the job, just like we are learning parenting at the job, we are learning on duty? So we need to learn to respond. We should not just react. The tip here is, what lesson is my child trying to learn right now? So whenever there is a misbehavior or mistake or whatever, ask yourself this question: what lesson is my child trying to learn right now? Which means we are supposed to provide that lesson for the child. So you can't do it all, and you are not meant to. Yes, you are not meant to do it all. You cannot do it all because you are a human being, not a robot, not a machine. Remember, you are also working, so you are balancing life work, and also making sure that things go on very well. That's why the Parents Academy is there. We have a structured plan, structured platform where even if you're a very busy parent, we will help you create time to parent properly and at the same time develop yourself. So we have a structured place that will help you. In fact, Parents Academy is for busy parents. If you're a busy parent, come into the academy. We will help you parent properly, at the same time maintain a stable mental health, financial stability. We look at your finances to make sure it improves. Academics performance of your children will equally improve. Now, as like I said, you can't do it all. The pressure to do it all leads to burnout and resentment. At that point, when you get tired, when you want to, you are like stressed up, overwhelmed, please pause everything and go take a rest. The pressure to clean the whole house, do this, wash the clothes, school runs, this and that, prepare lunch, and all of those things. That pressure will be there. But when the burnout is coming, please, you need to relax. Just 5 minutes rest. Just lie on the bed, close your eyes. Don't think of anything. 5-10 minutes, you will recover and you come back and continue from where you stopped. Then ask for help. Delegate and build your support system. Start early to introduce house chores for these children. Let them start assisting on time. It will help you. Delegate job. Don't try to do everything. This person do this person do that, this person do that. And at this point, I want to plead with our daddies. I want to plead with our daddies that you are paying the bills is not enough reason to leave all the house chores for your wife. You leave all the house chores. It is overwhelming. You are overstressing that child. Remember, but the mother is there to nurture these children. By the time this mother is burnt out, overstressed, how can she have the energy to nurture? And now many women are working. A lot of women are working. So by the time your wife is working, you are equally working. You come back, you just balance, be watching TV, scrolling through social media, and the wife needs to wake up early, do this, prepare lunch, do school runs, bring the children back, do homework, sweep the house, do everything, and you are just there relaxed. You are not sowing a good seed for the children. You are not modeling good traits for the children. So daddies and mommies, please, this is for parents who are living together. I mean couples who are living together and parenting together. Please assist each other in ways you can, so that this other parent will not get burnt out. Even when it comes to finances, mommies, you also assist the daddies in finances. I know a lot of women support their husbands in finances. So daddies, if the women are supporting in finances, please equally support in house chores, so that the house will move smoothly. Nobody gets burnt out. Nobody gets overstressed up because that you are trying to parent children. Okay, if you are a daddy listening to me, drop in the comment section and say, I hear you, Uma. All right. It's an appeal from me to every father listening to me now. I'm not forcing you. Which power why I get, why I go force you? I'm not forcing you. It's an appeal that you assist the mommies in house chores. Okay, let the children also see you. It gives them joy seeing that they assist. My husband does that. He assists with the cooking when I'm busy and all of that. So it makes the family move smoothly. Now the next is your worth is not in your productivity, is in your presence. Your what in the lives of your children is in your presence. Your presence is not that you are there and you are pressing phone. Your presence is that you are there and you are there. You are there with them. You can have conversation with them. You can discuss their problems. Not just you are there and you are just there. No, you are in the house but they're not feeling your presence. Let your children feel your presence. In the Parents Academy, we have our program for the week. Mondays we do this, Tuesdays we do this, and each of them we inculcate activities with our children in each of these programs. So when you are there, you should be involved with them, and we understand what these things do to the children, the development aspect of the children. So we don't joke with that. The truth is this: slowing down often creates more connection. That's the truth. Slowing down creates more connection. If you are just joining us and you've not subscribed to this channel, please just hit the subscription button. It's still our Sunday webinar for the home heroes. Like this video, give us a thumbs up, and share to every parent, because many parents need to know this. Things I wish I knew earlier, especially the young parents, even the older parents whose children have grown up to teenagers like me. They need to learn all of these things. If you're a home hero, please, I want you to answer present in the comment section. If you're a home hero, a parent in the Parents Academy, please answer present now. Let me know you are here. Okay, let's continue. Today we're talking about things I wish I knew earlier, the parenting journey, things that will help you parent properly. Let's look at comparison. Comparison is the thief of parenting joy. Yes, we're in the social media era. There is this tendency to keep comparing, even outside the social media. Like we have our co-wives, We have our sisters' children, our brothers' children, who are age mates with our children. We have our children's classmates, our neighbors' children, who are age mates with our children. So there is this pressure to compare your child with this other one. Oh, Mrs. John's child is taking first position, getting scholarship, while my own child is taking first position from the back. Mrs. James' child is well behaved, greeting very well, and all of that. Mrs. John and Mrs. Jane may be a parent in the Parents Academy. Oh, Onyinye Felicitas, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. So, Mrs. John and Mrs. James may be a parent in the Parents Academy, and are being formed, trained, mentored, coached by a professional. And you see all of those things reflecting in their children, and you're comparing them. And I ask, are you normal? That Mrs. John and Mrs. James may be doing extra things, being intentional. They have their parenting goal. They are doing everything to make sure they are raising these children based on their parenting goal. And you are comparing your children with them. So don't compare. Comparison is the thief of parenting joy. Let your children learn that the competition should be with them and their former self. Even you as a parent, competition should be you and your former self. For example, I am competing with Mma Okoye of today. Tomorrow I'll compete with Mma Okoye of today and Mma Okoye of tomorrow. Today I'm competing with Mma Okoye of today and Mma Okoye of last week. So the competition is me. My parenting competition is how I'm parenting now versus how I was parenting yesterday. So I'm not competing with anybody, and that will help you celebrate your wins, not stealing your parenting joy because you keep comparing your child with another person. And when you keep comparing, you cannot see the good and positive things in your children. So stop measuring your journey by someone else's highlight reel. Every family, every child and season is different. So know this and know peace. Social media isn't reality. Social media is a place where we bring out our best. If I want to post anything about my child on social media, I'll talk about when my child was able to win awards, when they struggle with something and how they came out very well. Within that struggling time, I will not post it on social media. So social media is not the real life. So focus on raising your children properly. Forget social media paparazzi, okay? So encouragement I have for you is focus on your progress, not perfection. That's why in the Parents Academy, every Saturday we journal. As we are journaling, we are focusing on our progress. How are we able to move from one stage to the other, not necessarily looking at whose child is getting better than our children. Now, what really matters most? Number one, not perfect meals, not Pinterest birthdays or fancy routines. Not them. Those things do not matter much. What matters, as long as parenting is concerned, is love, listening, laughter, and being there. I will repeat it again. Love, listening, laughter, and being there. These things matter most than that perfect meal, than that Pinterest birthdays and fancy routines. Your love, your ability to listen. Let your child not be looking for someone to talk to when you are there. Let your child not be burning out on emotions when you are there. Let your child not be struggling in ignorance when you are there. Let your child be able to laugh with you, play in the family, create that environment. It helps children a lot. Your legacy is in how your child feels when they're with you. Not when your children are with you, they are angry, they're squeezing face. Because the only thing you point out is mistake. Immediately you come in, you are looking for error. Who did not do this? The house is not properly swept? The bathroom is not properly washed? That's the only thing you look for. So immediately you come in, your children are, they are like, this man or this man should go back to where he or she is coming from. So let your children feel very happy when you are around. Let that be your legacy. How they feel when they're with you. Do they feel happy? Do they feel comfortable? Do they have this soothing feeling when they're with you? Do they feel secured? Do they feel loved when they're with you? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Don't answer me. ask yourself that question and answer honestly. Final thought: I wish I've trusted myself more and worried less. I was one of those parents who worried more as a parent, but then thank God for knowledge. I've grown to acquire some knowledge. I'm no longer worrying. I'm trusting myself. But I wish I did this earlier. But then I will repeat my Igbo adage again. Osita adewama odewarabo. If it starts getting better today, it's fine. Thanks for listening. Connect with us through all our social media platforms at Parenting Issues Mma Okoye on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Parenting Issues Mma Okoye. Be a home hero by subscribing to the Parents Academy monthly or 6 months. Everything you need to know about this Parents Academy, the description on how to become a home hero is the link is in the description of this video. Then you can write to us on Global Initiative 18@gmail.com. Then we have a book for the teenagers. The book I called Between Love, Infatuation, and My Identity. You can visit our digital store. Visit our digital store. The link is also in the description of this video. You can see our parenting journal, the Parents Academy. You can get that on our digital store on Seller. We have our books, the one we wrote even for the teachers: How to Make Money with AI, how to start and publish your ebook here in Nigeria. If you need a coaching session, one-on-one coaching session, maybe on how to write your ebook, how to make some money as a teacher using AI, you buy those books and you need a coaching session, you come, let's talk about it. If you need counseling for your children, family counseling, family therapy, you contact us. All our details are in the description. Thank you for staying till this moment. I'm happy to be here with you. I appreciate you. Please let other parents know that we do this every Sunday and it is free to join, in as much as it's a platform for the Home Heroes of Parents Academy, but we open it for every parent to join us, learn. I said we are not selfish. So if you just joined in, when we end this session, you can start from the beginning and listen to what we said before now, because we talked about parenting goal, which is something you need to know. Make sure you have your parenting goal for you to be a wonderful parent. Thank you once again for joining us. We'll do this again next week, Sunday. Please endeavor to join in. Until I come your way again, I'm still your coach, Mma Okoye, a seasoned parenting coach and a guidance counselor, the founder, the Parents Academy. See you next week, Sunday. Bye.